Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning is on healthy eating. We've all heard the phrase, you are what you eat. Well, it is true. Nutrients from the food we eat provides the foundation for every cell in our bodies and benefits our skin, hair, muscles, bones, the list goes on. And we are so privileged this morning to be joined by an expert on healthy eating. He's a New York Times best-selling author and is here to tell us about his latest book, The Clean 20, 20 Foods, 20 Days, Total Transformation, the one and only Dr. Ian Smith. How are you?
Good, thanks for having me. Glad to be with you.
Thank you for being here. Welcome back to Milwaukee.
Yeah, good to be back. Always.
Yes, I followed you for a really long time, not to age either one of us.
Okay.
But
That's okay.
But,
I'm experienced. I accept the term experienced, not old.
Yes, seasoned, right?
Seasoned,
but you
yeah.
haven't aged one bit, if that means anything. But it was over probably a decade ago that you were doing the 50 million pound challenge.
Yes, it's been a while.
That was huge.
It was very large.
And then, of course, you've appeared on every daytime TV show there is, and a lot of people will remember you from VH1's Celebrity Fit Club.
I haven't been on Ellen yet, by the way.
You haven't been on there.
Yeah. Oprah, but not Ellen.
Oh, wow. Well, it's coming. You
Okay.
already know that.
Right.
So there's so many things that you've just really added, not only to the world of diet and health, but just so much knowledge for everybody. When you were helping out the celebrities on Fit Club, we were all taking notes, you know? So tell us about this latest book, The Clean 20.
Yeah, you know, The Clean 20 is really a personal achievement for me, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I think that people are very intimidated by the words clean eating. They think that clean eating means expensive. They think it means that you have to eat perfectly, and they think that you're not going to eat enough. And I really wanted to break down for the average person what clean eating means. And very simply, it means reducing the amount of processed ingredients in our foods. Things like food dyes and colorings and preservatives and additives, artificial sweeteners and synthetic chemicals. These are things that run rampant in our foods and on our shelves in our grocery stores. And the average person doesn't realize the effect that these additives are having on our bodies. They're hormone disruptors, disrupting our hormonal system, causing us to feel sluggish, affecting our skin, affecting our mental clarity. So many things that are disrupted because of these ingredients. And I want people to realize if you just removed most of them or reduced them dramatically, the benefit is absolutely tremendous. And you don't have to be a scientist to do it. You don't have to be wealthy to do it, to do clean eating. The average weight loss we found in 20 days is 10 pounds.
In 20 days?
In 20 days,
Amazing.
10 pounds. And it's not a diet. I tell people, I've written diet books, you know that. This is an eating program, one that is sustainable. You can eat this way forever if you choose. It's extremely flexible. All my programs, I try to make them accessible to the average person. I write, even though I did Celebrity Fit Club, I really work and write for the average person. So we have truck drivers on the Clean 20, we have stay-at-home dads, secretaries, teachers, executives, you name it, everybody, because it's so flexible. The 20 foods on the program are your 20 foods. So I have my own list in the book on page 16, but you get to look at that list and swap in and out based on your food preferences, maybe you have allergies. So you can be a vegan, a vegetarian, a pescatarian, a carnivore, diabetic, gluten-free.
Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
You name it.
You name it. You can be on the Clean 20 because you control the list, and that's why people like it. The accessibility and flexibility is really nice.
Yes, and I can tell you I have dealt with a lot of different, you know, cleanses, diets, whatever the case. I've even done lifestyle changes and gone back, but
Right.
but there are a number of reasons why I like this book, and I will say one, you said it, mainly because when you go into a health store, like a health food store, 5 items will cost you $100. So a lot of times people are intimidated, and it's noticeable how all the bad stuff or the dirty food, so to speak, is cheap, affordable. Most of the time, healthy organic foods are more expensive, and people are like, I can't even try to do that. Or it's like, for me, I am not one of those people that looks forward to cooking at all. So when these books have all these ingredients, I'm like, I don't even know what that is. And this has everything that most people would have in their refrigerator, in their freezer, in their cupboards. And it's not complicated at all. And the best part, 20 days is nothing.
Well, it's interesting. So we started this with our Facebook group, about 1,000 people. Before I do these kind of programs, I always test it out with the everyday person to see how they respond. And I listen to their feedback. And not only did they report that they were losing weight, the average of 10 pounds in 20 days, but their blood pressures went down, blood sugar levels went down, cholesterol levels went down, but their energy levels went up through the roof. And so what's interesting, I find, is that people, you mentioned organic, people think that clean eating means it has to be organic. It doesn't. Organic is definitely a guaranteed way, typically, of eating cleaner, but you don't have to eat organic. Organic foods tend to be more expensive for reasons that are obvious, because it's more expensive to farm organically. But the beauty now is that given the competitive marketplace, so many regular stores now are carrying organic foods at a lower price, or they're carrying cleaner foods. My rule of thumb is this: typically, if you're going into a store and you see a package and it has more than 5 ingredients on it, it's probably not going to be very clean.
Wow. And you know how hard it is to find food with 5 ingredients?
10, 12, and all these things you can't even pronounce. I mean, there's this one great story of, there's a dough conditioner, and its letters are ADA, that's the acronym. It's a dough conditioner, which means it helps the dough be smooth for rolls or bread, so that smooth texture we like. And that dough conditioner is the same ingredient used for the foam in yoga mats. It's the same ingredient used for the rubber in soles.
Wow.
So, you know, we're eating these things, and that's
we don't even know.
And we don't even know it.
Yeah.
And that's just one example of these processed ingredients that are disrupting our hormonal system. And people say, well, Dr. Ian, how is it possible that people lose on average 10 pounds in 20 days and it's not a diet? They're just reducing the processed ingredients, because these things are really clogging us up, these processed ingredients, and we're getting rid of that.
Okay, so what really triggered you to write this particular book, which is your 15th, which is amazing. So
lucky 15.
I remember one of your last books. It was something that a conversation or something with your brother that triggered.
Blast the sugar out.
Yeah. So talk about what motivated you here.
This was a conversation I had with a friend of mine in the gym, and she said to me, Ian, I can't lose any weight. I think I'm working out a lot. I think I'm eating well. Why am I not losing weight? And I said to her, probably you're eating too many processed ingredients. I said, try to reduce your processed ingredients and see what happens. A week and a half later, she comes back. She's like, Ian, you're not going to believe this. Not only has the weight started coming off of me again, but my energy levels are so high. Like, I feel like I could run a marathon. Wow. And so then I said, wow, you know, people don't realize all of the junk, for lack of a better word, all the junk that's in our food. And if the average person knew that and was able to eliminate or reduce drastically, I've never asked people to eat perfectly, by the way, but to reduce on balance some of these ingredients, the results will be amazing. And that's why I think the book is so popular, because people are saying, first of all, I can do this book. 3 meals, 3 snacks a day, they're not going hungry, there's tons of food. The food list is very accessible. Chicken, turkey, lentil, vegetables, fruits, eggs, cheese, pasta, whole grain pasta, 100% whole wheat whole grain bread, oatmeal. These are things that most of us are eating already. The book just teaches you how to eat it cleaner, and that's why people like it.
Yeah, because of you and this book, I went and got me some old-fashioned oatmeal, and it really does help when you eat something with the whole grain, like you said. It keeps you full, so then by the time I get to work, I'm not like up there staring at the vending machine, right? Yes.
I mean, this is what happens.
It's true.
And that's why in the book, even though I spell each day out for you, all 20 days are spelled out, meals and snacks, item by item, but I also try to make sure that there's always a combination of protein and fiber, because it's the protein and fiber combo that makes you feel full longer, holds off those hunger pangs, and prevents you from making those, well, not so great choices at the vending machine.
I know. So with this particular book too, like you said, you kind of lay things out, and people aren't like counting calories, which I think sucks. I even went through, and I think a lot of people have gone through many things in order to try to get themselves, you know, to hit the reset button, so to speak. But I even ordered the food that had the meals already prepared for breakfast and lunch and dinner. And I promise you, I wanted to eat all 3 at breakfast because I was starving. So it's like this, it doesn't happen that way. So I can vouch for that for sure. So you've mentioned some of the clean foods that are in the book, and I understand very well what your friend meant when she said she was always tired. Living in this part of the country, I already suffer from a severe vitamin D deficiency, and I know a lot of people probably do. And I also do morning radio. So I'm up early, but there's no reason for me to have been as tired. And just, I felt like I was carrying around a bag of bricks every single day, going to bed, waking up, whatever. But come to find out, it really was everything I was eating.
What's amazing is that in this Facebook group we have, and I encourage viewers to join us, it's phenomenal, 15,000 people, it's called the Clean 20, the number is 20. What's amazing is their posts of what people say. Everyone loves the scale results, but one lady from Texas said that she is sleeping through the night for the first time in years. Someone else said that her skin feels so much better. Another person said in the middle of the day where she's typically sluggish, she feels more alert than ever. I mean, the idea that you allow your body to be renourished with foods that are in their more natural state and that you can harness the superpowers of these foods is phenomenal. And it's not, you know, I didn't make this up, by the way, but but what I do try to do is I try to make it so that people feel like it's an accessible program. They feel like it's an affordable program. And by the way, we got on Facebook, entire families doing it together. So because think about it, kids eat turkey, they eat chicken, they eat eggs, cheese.
I was going to ask you that. This is something you can kind of do for the entire family.
Absolutely.
Because childhood obesity is a whole nother conversation. And now that school is out, you know, a lot of kids depend on those meals they get at school, but then now we're in a whole nother scenario and they depend on different programs. But you're not a fan of some of the school meals that exist out there, are you?
Well, I'm going to tell you, you know, I think that, you know, when I think historically, when we look back at this time frame and we look at how we treated our kids from a nutritional standpoint, we're going to be embarrassed by how we allowed ourselves, for all kinds of reasons, political, budgetary, to feed our kids the garbage that we feed our kids in schools. And for a lot of these kids, by the way, it's the only organized meal they will have all day long. And while, yes, schools and the government are not parents, I get that argument. But the point is you have a child who, no fault of his own or her own, is in the situation where they need to eat a decent meal, and we're feeding them dollar meals. I mean, what can you buy for $1?
Not much.
You know, not much. And what you do buy is probably going to be junk. So, you know, the idea that we're balancing budgets on the tables of our kids, you know, in the cafeteria is to me unconscionable. And to me, it's one of our biggest crimes of humanity for this country, with the wealth that we have and the talent and the genius that we have to do this. And I hope it changes in my lifetime. It's just terrible.
Absolutely. And so another thing when talking about the kids, they don't get as much physical activity as maybe like, you know, you and I did growing up. We were outside till the lights came on. We heard that story. But kids are like watching Netflix and playing video games. Yeah, and so not only are they eating not that great, they're not getting the physical activity, which leads me right to the fact that you also emphasize exercise in this book.
Let me just say first about the kids, about that, you know, listen, I have two boys, young boys. We struggle like every other family with electronics, but we are very firm in our house about a time allotment. You know, I played games as a kid also. I don't want to for the kids not to play electronics, because there are some things that are stimulating about electronics, but you can't let it become the go-to by default thing that they do. And so, you know, Monday through Friday, no electronics in the house.
Wow.
Weekends, that's right, that's right. Read a book, go outside, you know, make up games together, but no electronics. We will allow them to use computers for work, or if they're looking up something educationally. But playing on electronics Monday to Friday, banned in my house. Saturday and Sunday, we also don't want you binging either. That's another part of that. Then they want to binge on Saturday and Sunday. That's all they want to do. We don't do that either. I mean, parents really have a tough task. Electronics are very addictive. They're tough to fight, but you have to keep in the fight, right?
And you have to make those boundaries.
And set the boundaries and make balance. You got to balance. But exercise is important. If someone said to me as a physician, you could only write one prescription for better health, what would it be? That would be regular exercise. Doesn't mean going to a gym for an hour and a half at a time.
Right.
But it means physical movement, whether it's outside, whether it's working in a gym, whether it's working out in your house. But moving is so critical. It affects every organ system in the body. And in the book, once again, with the theme of making things accessible, 20, 25 minutes of exercise. You can break it up between morning and afternoon. Chapter 9 is all dedicated to exercises that don't require machines, don't require a gym membership, though I do like those things. But if you don't have it, fine. You can still get a good workout in. And that's why we dedicate in the book Chapter 9 to it, to let people know this is how you can do it at your desk. This is how you can do it in your backyard, because it's important.
I love it. And then, you know, those of us who like to hang out at the mall, you know, park your car way back in the back and get those steps in. It does make a difference, you know. So it has been amazing just hearing you talk about how you formulated this book to help so many people. And I want you to stick around so we can talk more about this book, The Clean 20, and another book that you're working on.
Yeah.
We will discuss that and a whole lot more. We're going to take a quick break and come back to discuss this latest book, The Clean 20, with Dr. Ian Smith right after this.